Stand by. And the singer is
From
up.
your hometown news leader, this is a special election edition of WBKO. Your voice, your votes. Brought to you locally by Flora Templeton Stewart, attorney at law.
It's election day in America as results continue to come in, and it's been a close one all night. Hello everyone, I'm Lauren Hansen.
And I'm Michael Gosson. We have a lot going on tonight on 13 News at 10. Later in the show, Gene Burke will talk to two political analysts and a media analyst. Right now, let's start off our coverage of the 2016 election with the presidential election. We'll take Donald Trump taking the bluegrass earlier tonight and several other states. We'll get to that map right there. Those states that are in red, those have officially been called by the Associated Press, and ABC News also confirming that. Lots of red on the board right now for Donald Trump. That official number is 168, the Electoral College for Trump, 131 for Hillary Clinton. Of course, that magic number is 270. All eyes right now are on Wisconsin and Michigan, who are both leaning Trump right now, but we'll continue to update that as the results come in.
And right after the polls closed in the Central Time Zone, the U.S. Senate race went in favor of Bowling Green's Rand Paul. Paul defeated Lexington Mayor Jim Gray with 56% of the vote. With more on the Senate race, here's Jake Boswell.
A night in downtown Louisville that began with much anticipation, ending with an equal amount of celebration as U.S. Senator Rand Paul has been re-elected to the United States Senate, serving the people of Kentucky for 6 more years after an easy defeat of Lexington Mayor Jim Gray. When he took the stage this evening to talk to his supporters, he said his next 6 years in office will be much like the first 6, saying he'll stand for less government in the United States and Kentucky.
It isn't about how government will lead us to prosperity. The debate is about getting government out of the way of human ingenuity. Across Kentucky, we've seen what it takes for America to thrive again. It will take a community that cherishes and encourages each of us to know that we are our brother's keeper. Stand with me now as together we seek a new vision for America. Thank you and God bless America.
And this is not exactly where Paul may have pictured himself during the presidential election. He would have rather been the Republican nominee. But he does have some numbers to build on in the state of Kentucky. During a recent WKU Big Red poll, he was listed as the most favorable politician on a national scale in Kentucky. Numbers he'll hope to build on in the next 6 years as he serves the United States Senate. Reporting in Louisville, Jake Boswell, 13 News.
Senator Paul's opponent gave a concession speech earlier. To bring us more on the Lexington mayor, here's Mike Clef.
Democratic U.S. Senate candidate Jim Gray, who's the current mayor of Lexington and of course a Glasgow native, he certainly didn't shy away from the underdog role in his race against Republican incumbent Rand Paul. In fact, he flat out embraced it. But at about 6:45 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday, we received word here at the Manchester Music Hall that Gray had conceded in his race against Paul, and he spoke to supporters earlier this evening at the Manchester Music Hall, thanking them fiercely for their support and saying although the campaign was a losing one, it was one that was well worth it.
Kentuckians care about each other. I experienced that firsthand, and I'm grateful to the thousands of Kentuckians who welcomed me and offered me nothing but hospitality and respect. I met some unforgettable people on the campaign trail, like the college student who approached me in a coffee shop and just hugged me, and he said, "Thank you for running. I'm gay too."
As for Jim Gray's political future, the rumors about him possibly running for the governorship of Kentucky, those close to him say that's fairly doubtful. But he is eligible to run for a third term as the mayor of Lexington in 2018. And also, Gray insiders say that is definitely a possibility. From Manchester Music Hall in Lexington, Kentucky, Mike Clef, 13 News.
Michael Gosson has been tracking the election results all night and joins us with a county-by-county look at our interactive map.
Quick update on that presidential election so far. Once again, we'll show you the hard red colors are for Donald Trump. The hard blue are for Hillary Clinton. The shaded ones in the lighter colors are the ones that lean for Trump, lean for Clinton. Right there, we'll take you to Kentucky and show you that it was all Donald Trump here in Kentucky. You can see, I'll zoom in just a little bit on the state so we can see it a little better there. 2 counties, there are 120 counties in Kentucky. Donald Trump won 118 of them. Hillary Clinton won 2 of them. We'll go to the Senate race and show you how Senator Paul got it done for his re-election bid here. A little bit more blue on the map. We'll zoom in, but once again, you've got Jefferson County right here. That's Louisville, Fayette County. That's Lexington. That's Franklin County right there. So lots of red, certainly some trickle down there in the congressional races. Went pretty much as expected. The 5 congressional districts, the Republican went Republican, and then John Yarmouth won again in Louisville. The big news of the night, though, we'll zoom in here and show you. These are state house races. The House has flipped. Longtime incumbent Brent Yance there in Muhlenberg County loses to Melinda Gibbons-Prunty. Tommy Thompson as well loses. He's an incumbent. Speaker of the House Greg Stumbo is no longer representing his district in eastern Kentucky. Certainly a massive, massive shift here in the state of Kentucky. The first time in 100 years almost, the Republicans will take control.
Thank you.
Michael, we have joining with us again Dr. Sandra Ivey, Democratic analyst, and Dr. Joel Turner, Republican analyst, both from the WKU Science Department. Joel, was this strong showing by Republicans across the country expected, and how did they do it?
I think it's shocking in many ways. I think Donald Trump is running a lot better than anybody expected. So well, in fact, it looks like we may have a President Trump, which I don't think anybody was really expecting. In terms of how it's affected the state, I think what we've seen is really 2 things. One, Trump has run better than expected, which has helped a lot of sort of down ballot races in this state. Secondly, I think Secretary Clinton has been a bit of a drag on the ticket to some degree, particularly in the eastern part of the state. I think we're seeing this where the Republicans have not only flipped the House, but almost have like a 60-seat majority, or pretty close to it. So it's going to allow Governor Babin to almost do whatever he wants to legislatively starting next year.
Any specific things you see for the state coming ahead out of this?
It's going to be interesting. Whatever the Republicans have on the agenda. The key thing is they've always sort of run from this position of we're always in the minority, so we can stop things. They're in a position to govern now, so it'll be interesting to see how they parlay that into potential success.
Sandra, we had talked earlier about Trump winning Ohio, which was kind of a surprise, and he did it without grassroots support. How did he do that?
You know, we were in Cincinnati over the weekend with a group of students, Republican students as well as Democratic students. Hillary Clinton had lots of events, lots of grassroots, lots of door-to-door campaign. Trump not so much, no ground game, no door-to-door, no canvassing. But I think what has happened is that the Republican Party was strong in Ohio, and that allowed Donald Trump to take advantage of that. And so there was a lot of network there, and so he used some of that.
It's not over yet. Do you think that Hillary Clinton can go back, or do you think Trump can keep it going?
She's got a tough spot. It looks like obviously won Florida. It looks like he'll win North Carolina and Arizona. If he picks up Michigan, Iowa, or particularly Wisconsin, which is also unexpected, that's a good chance he won't win, but he'll be sort of bordering on having a win with a mandate to sort of actually get things done.
So, Sandra, where do we go from here?
Well, I think whoever wins, and we've said this before, that we've got to come together. We cannot continue with this divide. If we are to make America great again, we're going to have to do that together. And that means then putting aside some of this divisiveness. And so I'm hoping that we can all they will all be statesmen and come together.
All right. We all agree with that. Thank you so much for being here.
Ew. Ready to? Thank you.
Thanks so much, Gene. Monroe County's James Comer is a winner tonight. He was heavily favored in the 1st Congressional District. Comer will serve a 2-month term created when Congressman Ed Whitfield retired from office. This election also featured a victory for him in the 2-year term over opponent Sam Gaskins. With more on this race, here's Dominique Yates.
Well, it was a landslide victory for former Kentucky Ag Commissioner James Comer, dominating in all 35 counties to defeat Democrat Sam Gaskins for the 1st Congressional District of Kentucky. Comer talked about how excited he was for this opportunity, saying how disappointed he was initially after losing the governor's race in a narrow loss just about a year ago. But now he said when this opportunity came up, he just couldn't pass it up.
I'm very humbled. I love public service. Congress. I ran for Congress because I want to make a difference, and I'm just glad that I'm going to get the opportunity to make a difference. And it was an unusual situation. I've never missed an election in my life, and I don't ever remember a time when you could vote for someone 2 times for the same race, which is what we had tonight. But you know, the percentages weren't that much different. It looks like there's 1 or 2% percentage points difference in what I got in the general election versus what I got in the special election. But we're just excited.
Well, the celebrations here in Monroe County won't be for much longer. As the congressman tells me, on Monday morning at 6:30, he will report to Washington, D.C., where he will be sworn in, and he says he will officially get to work. Reporting from the Monroe County Wellness Center in Tompkinsville, Kentucky, Dominique Yates, 13 News.
All right, thank you, Dominique. And one of his soon-to-be colleagues, Brett Guthrie, has won his seat for re-election. He didn't have an opponent, so he is the guy who will be representing the 2nd District of Kentucky. He's had that seat since 2009. Well, in the race for state representative for the 20th District, well, a few Democrats keeping their seat tonight. Jody Richards has been declared the winner over challenger Melinda Hill with 58% of the vote. Richards has been in this office since 1976. Well, it wasn't long for Democrat incumbent Jody Richards to realize he was going to get to hold on to his 20th District House seat for one more term tonight, coming in with a final vote of 8,560, and his Republican opponent, Melinda Hill, totaling a little over 6,000 votes. Once the final precincts rolled in, Jody Richards said he's excited to get back to work and to continue to serve the Commonwealth for more than 40 years.
Well, I'm really excited about the opportunity to go back to Frankfort and work for this community and for our Commonwealth. And there are many things to be done.
Jody Richards mentioned he plans to focus on multiple issues while he's in the 20th District Kentucky State House of Representatives seat, including supporting higher education, promoting broadband and high-speed internet, and focusing on the roads in Kentucky.
Here are more results to pass along in the race for state representative in the 16th District. Jason Petrie has defeated his opponent, incumbent Martha Jane King. Petrie had 66% of the vote, while his opponent had 34%. Republican Steve Riley has officially been declared the winner for state rep for the 23rd District. Riley is well known for being the Barron County High School boys basketball coach. His opponent was Danny Basil. And we go now to Whitney Davis in Barron County, where she had the chance to speak with Steve Riley after the announcement of his victory.
Guys, the polls closed here in Southern Kentucky right at 6 p.m. It was actually a little bit before 7 when the race for that 23rd District House seat was officially called. That was between Republican Steve Riley and Democrat Danny Basil. The race was officially called when Basil announced that he was conceding to Riley. This was a race that a lot of people had their eyes on statewide because the Republicans have been focused on the possibility of flipping the House for the first time in almost a century. Now tonight we can report to you that that has happened. Republicans will have control of the state house. Steve Riley told me this evening after the announcement that he's thrilled to be part of such a historical race.
I was very humbled by the fact that I was involved in that type of race, and I'm very appreciative of the support the party gave me, and I feel it's historical. It's the first time that the Republicans will have the House in 95 years. It's an honor to be part of history.
Riley also told us that this has been a very hard-fought race against a worthy opponent. I asked him what his first order of business was going to be as a state representative. He said that the first thing he needs to do is to really get out in his district once again and to see what issues are important to the people there.
A lot of eyes are on House races statewide as the Republicans flip the House tonight. I don't think anyone expected to get the margin they did tonight. It's something they haven't done in almost a century. Some excited people in Louisville tonight.
We hear your voice. The voice is going to be represented in the People's House for the first time in a long time, 95 years. We have work to do. That work is going to be done as part of the new majority.
Tonight, Kentucky gets a new direction, one that it's not had in almost a century. Now begins a better Kentucky. Thank you all very much. God bless our Commonwealth.
Of course, that's Jeff Hoover, who is from Russell County, likely to be the next Speaker of the House. In the 19th District, Michael Meredith, the incumbent, coming away with a victory over John Wayne Smith. who was coming off a conviction for not reporting sexual abuse. Meredith received 69% of the votes, while Smith received 31% of the votes. Republican Matt Caslin beats incumbent Democrat Tommy Thompson. Thompson was at one point in House leadership in the Democratic Party, serving as majority whip, but he lost in a big way tonight. Part of that is western coal country, the western Kentucky coal country that makes up part of Ohio and Davis County.
The Republican way continued in western Kentucky coal country. Melinda Gibbons Prunty upset longtime incumbent Brent Yance. Yance had been in office since 1997, representing Muhlenberg and part of Hopkins County. In the 24th State House District, Republican challenger William Reed beat incumbent Democrat Terry Mills. This district makes up Greene, LaRue, and Marion counties. Mills had been in office since 2010. In the state Senate race for 5th District, Stephen Meredith defeated his opponent Leslie Stiff. Meredith had 63% of the vote, while Stiff had 37%. We'll be right back with more. Your voice, your vote.